Time now for an update regarding the evaluation of learning management systems, commonly known as LMSs, here at the university. And here to provide the update is the project manager, Jim Petrus. Jim, over to you.
Hi, Tyler. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us today. Again, my name is Jim Petrus. I'm a project manager with Information Technology Services. I have an exciting project to share with you this morning. So for those who are unfamiliar with the term Learning Management System, or LMS, an LMS is an application that has a lot of uses in teaching and learning. For example, instructors can use it to store documents such as PDFs and PowerPoints. It could be used by administrators to assess learning outcomes for an upcoming accreditation. It could be used by instructors to administer quizzes and tests. And here at Case Western Reserve University, we use Blackboard Learn as our learning management system. And our system administrators tell us that about 54% of our undergraduate courses use the system, and 43% of all 4-credit courses use the system. And while our system administrators told us these stats, we decided to administer a survey so that we could learn the opinions of the students and faculties who use the system. And in the responses, there were a number of things that we heard time and time again. So, for example, the students noted that the system is used very differently from course to course, that there's no standard layout from course to course, that many instructors just do not use the system, and that they seem to be unfamiliar with many of the features included in the systems. And again, from the responses that we received from faculty, there were a lot of things that we heard time and time again. So they said that they're just not familiar with many of the features, that there are a lot of complex features in the system, that they wish that they could take the time to learn it, and that they wish that there were on-demand training for the system. And so with these responses, we decided to evaluate a number of systems, given that our existing contract is nearing its end. And so some of the systems that we decided to evaluate were Blackboard's Ultra, Brightspace from D2L, and Canvas from Instructure. And we decided to look at these systems in a lot of different ways. So we began by hosting a series of public town halls. We conducted a series of focus groups. We administered surveys to the users of the various systems that are currently in use, campus, and we administered usability tests as well. Perhaps most importantly, we recruited faculty and staff and students to advisory committees to help us through this process. We just concluded an extended Canvas pilot, and we concluded a Blackboard Ultra pilot. And recently we began a Brightspace pilot that had about 500 users. We're going to analyze the data that we get from this pilot and present our findings to our advisory committee before compiling everything into a recommendation for our executive leadership. Tyler, are there by chance any questions today?
Thanks, Jim, for that update. I have one question for you. So given that the university is about to go through the reaccreditation process, do any of these solutions like Brightspace, Blackboard, etc., support learning outcomes or assessing learning outcomes?
That's a really good question. As you noted, the university is about to go through the reaccreditation process, and yes, all of the systems do in some way assess learning outcomes. In some, they evaluate them more extensively than in others, and in some systems, it's included into the base package, whereas others, it's an add-on. But yes, to answer your question, all of the systems do assess learning outcomes.
Great, thanks, Jim. And so, can you speak a little bit as well about some of the mobile capabilities, if there are any, for some of these other tools? With mobility being such a huge driver, especially among students, just wondering if these tools take any steps forward in that space.
All of the systems do have responsive design so that students and faculty can access the systems on their favorite tablet or mobile device, and many of the systems also have apps. So we are taking that into consideration as well in our evaluation.